Chabad, Simchas Beis haShoeva isn't an ordinary special Simchas Beis haShoeva, which the Chazal, the sages, teach us about it. But it says Misha Leiroz, the Simcha of Simchas Beis haShoeva didn't see Simcha in his life, or in her life for that matter. And then there's a Gemara in Yerushalmi in Sukkos brought down that the prophecy that Yoina ben Amitai, Yoina Hanavi, right, the prophet Yoina, his prophecy was elevated to a level beyond his norm because of his attendance, just attendance at Simchas Beis haShoeva. So even if you don't say L'chaim tonight, and you don't sing, and you don't clap, which are all necessary, if you want to feel the Simchas Beis haShoeva, just by attending a Simchas Beis haShoeva is a special thing. What's the chiddush? What's the novelty of a Chabad Simchas Beis haShoeva? So you'll probably say, go to Crown Heights. And it starts at 3. My wife says from 3 to 6 is where the action is. There's like thousands of people in the street. It's online, but if you can ever experience it, even if you come earlier, it's amazing. It's probably the liveliest show in town in the world. Literally, it's children, adult, men, women, seniors. Anyway, the Babich Chabad, a Chabad event. Chabad Irua, a Chabad gathering, is always associated with what we call a Farbrengen. What's a Farbrengen? What does the word Farbrengen mean?
Bring?
What?
To bring?
No.
A gathering?
A gathering, but the implication, the implication is, thank you, the implication is that the gathering is one of party-like. Rabbi Steinsaltz Shalom, he would say like this. What's a Farbrengen? Says, the Yetzer Hara, or in Chabad language, the Nefesh Habam is the animal drive, the impulses that are unhealthy and craving for unhealthy things in our life, is interested in indulgences, to eat more, to sleep more, to indulge more, and all of that. So if you go and you tell a Yid who has a Yetzer Hara, who has a Nefesh Habam, you tell him or her, come to a shir. We know that we find all the excuses in the world not to come to the shir or to come late, and we have it online. Why do we have to schlep out? It's cold, it's hot, right? But if you tell the person, no, don't come to a shir, come to a party. Party? Oh, you have seltzer, you have good wine that Ellie bought, and you have all this food, and then you have a beautiful crowd, and you have a beautiful sukkah, and it's in Teaneck, New Jersey, noch zu dazu. Oh, that I want to go to. So the hook is the party. Once you get into the Farbrengen and you really get involved in the Farbrengen, you're not just a spectator, then you can experience something that your Yetzer Hara will be willing to listen and think about. So that's why the Simchas Beis haShoeva in Chabad was always not just a kumzitz, and it wasn't just about singing songs. That's all great. It was Farbrengen. And Farbrengen was, usually you had a chassid, an elder, someone a little older, or someone much more thoughtful and learned, who would share, and people would sit around and would participate. So that's what we're going to try to do. The success of a Farbrengen is up to you, not up to me. I can be the greatest Farbrengen in the world, which I'm not, but I could be, right? If I don't have participants, I just have spectators. It's a spectator sports. We're going to walk out of here the same. There won't be any change in our life. And my particular style that I received from my teachers, Rabbi Yoel Kahn, Rabbi Mendel Futterfass, and older Hasidim, of the previous generation, it was that if Fabrengen has to change you. At least there's a chance it can change you. Everyone in their own way. What do we use as tools to try to help us open up? I call it Fabrengen Hasidic group therapy. We're all together. We're all, Yidden, serving Hashem, and the Chabad, the system, starting from the Tanya. This isn't an innovation of the last Rebbe, of the previous Rebbe, the Rashab. This goes back 200 years to the Tanya, Reb Shneir Zalman. And Reb Shneir Zalman wrote the Shulchan Aruch. I mean, he's universal. Even the Tanya, by the way, Chevra, the Tanya, the Alter Rebbe said it's nachlas haklal. It belongs to the general public. It used to be, the Tanya's just for the Babiches. Wrong. The Tanya's for Klal Yisrael. It happens to be his ideology and philosophy and methodology, how to apply the concepts of growth in Yiddishkeit and in Torah through Sefer Tanya. Just like Mesilas Yesharim is Rabbi Chaim the Ramchal's, right? And just like others for him. But it's nachlas haklal. And I could say, traveling and meeting people, teaching, that Tanya really has become a nachlas haklal. I'll give you an example. In Century City, in Los Angeles, I was there years ago. I lived there. I lived in the area. I forget the name of the young Yisrael rabbi. So there was a Shavuos. So Shavuos, you're up at night, you're learning, you're saying tikkun, everyone according to their custom. So they had a sign. The rabbi's giving a shiur, and he called me, and he wanted to know ideas in Tanya for his shiur. It was an Ashkenaz shul, it was a young Israel, wasn't a Hasidic shtibul, Chabad, and all that. No. In other words, it's nachlas haklal. And I think it's very important. It's very important to understand that. And it's just as important to understand that Rabbi Chaim Brisker, I'm going to talk a little later about the Rav Yasher Ber Soloveitchik, the Rav, Rabbi Chaim's Torah isn't just a Torah for a Brisker. If you didn't learn in Brisk in Yerushalayim, Rabbi Chaim's Torah doesn't apply to you. Who can learn a piece of Rambam without the Rabbi Chaim's Torah? You learn a Rambam, a shtickle Rambam, Rabbi Chaim's Torah. You really haven't learned Rambam. You might have said the words, you may know the interpretation, but you really didn't get it. Rabbi Chaim was a shtick Rambam, right? So, just as Rabbi Chaim doesn't belong to the Brisker, Tanya doesn't belong to the Lubavitcher. It's nachlas haklal, bemis. And when we come to a Fabrengen and we say little Chaim, we have, if you're able to, if you can't drink soda, water, whatever, say little Chaim, you sing a niggin, which is another key, important element of a Fabrengen. A Fabrengen without nigunim is a shiur. It's not a Fabrengen. I don't care who the speaker is and who the Fabrengen is. If there aren't nigunim, it's not a Fabrengen. That's why I brought 3 bacharim who learn in Kiryat Gat, is it? Migdal Emet, I'm sorry, in the yeshiva. And they were kind to come along. Usher Braun, his father, is a good friend of mine. I have a shtickle koilel in Ramat Bet Shemesh, and his father is one of my talmidim. So his son brought some of his friends to help sing the gunim. So we're going to all sing with you, Limit Hashem, but we need your voices and your energy to make it all happen. So l'chaim, everyone take a little l'chaim first, okay? Please, and we'll say all together l'chaim. And I want to thank the host, Reb Rafal and Goldie Minkowitz, for opening their beautiful sukkah to us, and Ellie and Gila Racklin, and without them this would never happen, because when I called Ellie, I said, let's do something for Simchas Beis haShoeva. I said, yes. And he contacted Rafal, and Baruch Hashem. So We thank you, Bemis. The Eberster thanks you. Klal Yisrael thanks you. The Rebbe thanks you. And Bemis, it's a gewaltige Zach. You know, wie steht the Lashon? Reishischa mitzar, vachrischa rochav. I forget the last word. Your beginnings are humble. Reishischa mitzar. Right, Rosh Hashanah, mina meitzar karosika. It's narrow, it's tight, it's uncomfortable. But the end will be that you'll be exploding and out and rochav and broad and wide. You know, it's not about the numbers, whether it's 10 people, 20 people, 70 people. It's all chitzonius. In Chabad, there's a word called, it's not a Chabad word, but Chabad uses this verbiage. There's Chabad verbiage. I wrote a book called Lubavitch Speak. You know, I remember that book, Yiddish Speak. You know, remember that book, Yiddish Speak? I wrote a book called Lubavitch Speak. The aphorisms, the bituyim, the expressions. You know, there's a culture. You know, culture. Just like the Brisker have their culture, Lubavitch has their culture, the Baba have their culture, the Polacks have their culture, the Galician have their culture, the Yerushalayim have their culture. You know, culture makes a difference. Anyway, I'm talking too much. L'chaim, l'chaim. No, I could start in the Gunim, or you guys could choose. So make sure. I don't want to start in Nikin that you guys don't know. Why don't we start with Samachta V'Kech? Everyone knows that. V'Samachta V'Chagecha V'Oyizah Sameach V'Samachta V'Chagecha V'Oyizah Sameach Ya 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 Crescent. Ya Machta